Greetings and welcome to another LGR unboxing of donations thing. And wow, it has been over half a year since I've done one of these videos. That was before I moved even. So yeah, this is 6 months worth of stuff that's been generously sent by y'all. So thank you so much for your ongoing support and just, yeah, offering so many things. Yeah, let's just get right to it. We got a lot to enjoy here. Alrighty, so first one up here is from Andrew. Okay, yeah, I remember mentioning this now. Yeah, this is a Dino Park Tycoon t-shirt. Oh, let them eat fungus. Yeah, this is a game that I've been meaning to cover for years now. And this will be a perfect shirt to show whenever I do. Thank you. All right, this one is from the Netherlands, from Lucas. Oh, yeah. This is a book that I've been looking forward to. Floppy Disk Fever, The Curious Afterlives of a Flexible Medium. 150 pages of contemporary floppy disk culture. Yeah, and check this out. Featuring Clint Basinger of LGR. So a bit of a shameless plug, I suppose. This was fascinating to be a part of. We did an interview over the internet a while back, page 26. But yeah, this is a book all about, well, just the legacy of floppy disks, how they're still used, how they're perceived. Well, there's me in there for some reason. I was honored to be a part of this, but it's just kind of funny considering some of the other legends that are in here. It's just like, wow. Yeah, this is just really cool. Floppy disk art, floppy disk music, of course, conversations with Foon, and just so many people. Yeah, fascinating book. I haven't read it yet, but I mean, obviously I was in it. So, hey, whatever, take that for what you will. Thank you for sending me a copy, folks. Okay, I got a thin one here from Wilson. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Toshiba Recovery Backup CD for the Satellite 320 series. So yeah, I do have one of these. Apparently Wilson did as well, but apparently broke. That sucks. But yeah, I'll put this to use as a nice fresh restoration. Always love getting things OEM. Thank you. All right, got one here from John. A little smiley 1 megabyte cache. Ooh, yes. So this is awesome. This is a modern recreation of the 1 megabyte cache module for M919 motherboards systems. They were pretty infamous for having fake cache on board. So yeah, you can get L2 right here, but a full 1 meg. PC Chips M919, the Mega Cache project by Pancake Puppy. 3.3 volts only, can't work on 5 volt CPUs, but this is something that I've shown before on LGR, at least over on LGR Blurbs. This Quantex 486, and yeah, I had another one, a reproduction for the 256K, I believe. Shut up, me. Which one was this? Yeah, 256K, it's proprietary Coast module. Well, anyway, this one's a full 1 meg, so this will be useful for, if not that, then definitely a couple of other future projects at some point, because I have some other M919 boards. Thank you. Okay, one from the UK. This one is from Terrace. It's vintage Alf stickers. Okay, why not? Oh, that's bleak, but pretty cool. This was a Nuclear War in the UK book. Oh, I guess they wrote a book too. Anyway, greetings. Here's a FlexiDisk/ad IBM UK issued in 1981. Awesome. So look at this. If you're not aware of what a FlexiDisk is, well, it's right in here. I've never actually had one of these, but I've known about them for a long time, and this one in particular really has my attention for obvious IBM reasons. That is a FlexiDisk. It is a not quite vinyl, or maybe, I don't even know exactly what it's made of, but yeah, it's a record, 33 1/3 RPM, and you can play that on your record player. It's got grooves and everything. It's just really flexy. So people or companies stuck these in magazines and distributed them as promo items at events and through the mail or whatever. Some relaxing sounds taken from Dvorak's New World Symphony, specially rearranged for IBM. Oh, that's so cool. I don't have my record player hooked up right now, or I would try that. But yeah, 2 relaxing ways of freeing your brain from all of this. Oh, 1981. The temporary way or the permanent way? That's quite the ad. An IBM computer from $6,500. It's not the PC. Yeah, this is the Data Master, or one of them. 1980, I guess 81. For whatever reason, they decided to promote it with a flexi disc. Anyway, thank you so much. This is really neat. And also coming from Scotland, makes sense. IBM had a ton of computers they were manufacturing in plants over there back then. All right, got one here from Harry in France. So here's a mouse pad from 1998 when Intel used The Simpsons for their Pentium 2 advertising campaign. All right, it's a reproduction he made via Photoshop, had it printed. And this one too, oh, got a cool crab. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool recreation right here though. Intel and The Simpsons. I did not even know that they were promoting one another back then. Thanks very much. Okay, got one here from Stan in England. I suppose that this is going to be changing going forward. Okay, handwriting. So, as discussed, here is a FlashPath floppy adapter for MMC. Ah, yes. So I have a number of these, but not for this particular memory card format. So as noted, yeah, I was never able to get it completely working. Oh, wow. And Greensboro is the only place in America I've ever visited. I remember Cheerwine, and that's about it. That's all you need to know. Okay, so we have some batteries, CR 2016s, and here we go. Yeah. So, check this out. Oh, there's a little sticker in here. Yeah, this takes MMC cards in particular and converts them over to floppy disk. Sort of, kind of. I mean, it will go into a floppy disk drive. You put your batteries in right there. But yeah, it does require some specific cards, specific software drivers, whatever. I haven't actually experimented too much with this one in particular. I've more experimented with those from Sony that use the memory stick format. It also goes into a floppy disk drive. But yeah, I just think these are fascinating. I like collecting all the different format ones. I'd like to do a video covering all of them at once. Either way, though, thank you very much. These are just extremely cool. This is one that I did not have. Here's one from Matt Harushka, friend of the show. We finally got to meet at VCF Midwest earlier this year. That was awesome. So it appears to be a US Robotics modem, but let's get inside. And it looks like it inside too. However, looks can be deceiving. So check this out. There is a Raspberry Pi in here, among some other things. Yeah, this, basically, it's just a Dream Pi built into a classic US Robotics external modem. So he says, think of it as the modem on the ISP end, except you use your modem in your computer and connect the phone cord to this, bypassing a PBX or traditional telephone network. So yeah, getting the Sega Dreamcast online has been really popular for this, but from what I gather, you can do other things too. I mean, yeah, he's got it working in DOS, Windows 3.1, Windows 95, Mac OS 6 and 7. This is going to be really cool. I just need to mess around with it because I don't really know a lot about it. I've seen some other videos on the Dream Pi. So thanks so much, Matt. All right, got one here from I don't know who, PRH. Well, here we go. We've got a book by Rachel Ignatowski. The History of the Computer. Yeah, I remember this being mentioned. PRH, Penguin Random House. Well, that makes daggum sense. It's a little past May now, but here it is. Yeah, this looked really cool. Just a whole lot of PC, pre-PC, just computing history in general. But it was all of these illustrations that particularly got my attention. Nice and friendly looking. It's got that style. I'm not even sure what you call it, but it has a style. So many like infographics videos use this kind of thing. Yeah, anyway, it seemed like a pretty neat book, and was happy to get a copy, take a look at. Oh yeah, Microsoft and the PC clones. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you very much for sending this over. It seems like a neat history book for young adults. All right, got this one here from Sam. Oh, heck yeah, I know what this is. Check it out. Apple IIe Owner's Manual. So Apple III Monitor 3 Owner's Manual to go along with it. Yeah, so I have this monitor and this computer set up. All right, I've been watching you for years. Thank you. Definitely helped me get into the old tech and computer hobby. Hope you enjoy these manuals. I will. I love old manuals, and it really helps complete the whole experience of owning a lot of these computers. It's really not much quite like 80s computer manuals, and Apple always did these really great ones. Oh, dude. Just so much information. That's just wonderful. And usually, yeah, programming examples and all sorts of nitty-gritty details. And they're just, it's wonderful to have this kind of thing. And yeah, the Monitor 3, simpler, but no less awesome. Look at that. Thank you very much. All right, have one here from Enoch in Japan. Oh, dude. Oh, these look awesome. All of these look, what the heck? Super Menthol, we support your no smoking. Are these like candy cigarettes? I used to have candy cigarettes as a kid, but wow. These are a little different. These look like little rolled up ones. Damn chocolate dinosaurs. Dude, what is all this? I love it. Even just seeing it. It's going to be fun to go through at some point with some friends. Oh, mini colas? Got a delightful print out there. Is that Osaka? All right, we've got a note here. Hope things are going well at LGR. They are, thank you. Happened to stumble upon an old screensaver software from the early 90s for the PC and on floppy. Happened to have found this software amongst several other odds and ends in a place within Osaka City called Nipponbashi. Screensaver is from an old show called Ranma 1/2. Okay, well, this is the screensaver. I enjoy everything about this packaging at the moment. Apparently it was 4,800 yen back in 1995. MS Windows 3.1. Standard setup process. Yeah, gotta read me text and all that. Well, we're gonna have to try this. All right, well, I'm trying it on my main Windows 98 PC and just doesn't work. Despite installing all the screensaver files, nothing. So, could just be incompatibility between English and Japanese Windows versions. All right, Japanese Windows 98 here, and it works perfectly fine. I still don't know exactly what's going on. It's just some characters and whatever that I don't know anything about, but that's okay. It's all fun, cutesy kind of stuff. And you hear this guy being chased or attacked by dogs or whatever. Here's another. It's just falling leaves. This one's quite pleasant. Little falling leaves. This one doesn't do anything for some reason. Like it tries to, whatever. And then this one just opens little windows. Little people show up and do stuff. Like there's a reading guy, there's somebody who's kicking around, there's like a karate dude and ladies, and what? Yeah, there's a lady, different things. And then there's the last one. It just sort of blanks out the screen eventually around the edges like this. And then it comes back and shows like random images from a show, I guess. Anyway, neat. That is just a nifty thing to have. Thank you so much for that and for all the sweet goodies. Okay, got another one here from France. I don't know who it's from. So apparently I'm just getting hooked up with all kinds of mouse pads from Harry. This is also from him. So IBM and Apple mouse pads from the 90s. Homemade reproductions. All right. I guess these are photos of the originals. A printout. Oh yeah, the classic IBM Supply Kit, 1979. All right, so what do we got here? Some sort of CM mouse cheese mouse pad. Mac OS 8. Ooh, OS2 Warp. That one's pretty darn cool. Classic Macintosh. Another OS2 Warp one. Get warped! Ooh, they got the packaging again there. That one's, I like that one a lot. think I'm gonna use that one straight away. Oh, classic, just IBM ThinkPad. Also love this one, so simple. These are really, really cool. Thank you again, Harry. Got one here from Travis. All right, so back in March, you featured the Argus Agravis Ultrasound clone that I did, and never owned a Agravis Ultrasound PNP. I did not. So he mentioned that he happened to have one, plus some legacy RAM for it. Always intended to build a legacy machine, so I could use my Gus PNP, but a lot of time has passed, 25 plus years, still haven't built it, so hey, here it is. Picked this up brand new almost as soon as they were available. It lived in at least 3 of my computers over the years. I've been long involved in the PC demo scene as a music writer. That makes sense considering the Agravis Ultrasound. This is gonna be really cool. I had some weird issues with that Argus. I wanna say that was a Blurbs. Yeah, the Argus Ultrasound clone. So I just wasn't familiar with the way the PNP worked. It's all plug and play stuff. I was using it on a machine that maybe wasn't the most suited for it. I didn't know what the driver software, it was a thing. So now that I kind of know what to expect, this should be awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. Agravis Ultrasound plug and play original disc. That's super neat. Don't see too many of those. Ooh, nor do you see many of these. Look at that beautiful card. Advanced Gravis Computer Technology, 1995 Ultrasound Plug and Play version 1.0. RAM expanded. You got that wonderful AMD Interwave chip on there and makes the magic happen. Oh yes. IDE connector there. Anyway, yeah, that's what the Argus is based on, specifically this version of the card. There were compact OEM versions as well, but this is the OG PNP. Thank you so much. Oh, this is a treasure right here. Got one here from Anne. Ooh, what is this? Oh yeah. Oh, I remember being told about this now. So this is something they found at a Value Village for $3.99. Kind of flabbergasted that this was found sealed, no less, but wow. Very happy to have it. So this is the ASP, or Advanced Signal Processor Upgrade for Sound Blaster 16 cards. You often see this little empty socket there on many Sound Blaster 16 models. Finding the chip alone is a thing, but sealed in the box is nuts. So yeah, adds ASP stuff like real-time hardware-assisted audio compression, decompression, creative fast speech, cue sound, advanced text-to-speech, and other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I've never messed with this with this package of stuff before. Never even seen one of these complete like this. You know, this just thank you. Can't wait to try this. All right, got one here from Chris. Oh my word. Oh my word. The Sound Blasters keep coming, dude. So no note with this one either, but this is another Sound Blaster thrift store find at a Goodwill. $49, just the Sound Blaster. This is insane. I think everything is in here except the card, but I've got a bunch of Sound Blasters. 1 or 2 of this version, but not the box, or at least not this exact box. So at first, thought it was totally complete in there. I mean, and it mostly is, except that it is missing the card itself. But he asked if I still wanted it, and I mean, come on, look at all this. Oh man. That seems original. Yeah, 1989/91 software and hardware catalog. Look at that, the CMS chips advertised right there for $30. Wow. Stereo speakers, those dinky little things. There's that cable, line attenuator / mixing cable, $11.95. $100 software developer kit, FM Singalong 2 voice editor. So yeah, everything in here but the card itself. Like I said, I have a number of really early Sound Blaster cards, just gotta figure out which exact model, released variant goes with this. So thank you so much for picking this up. Oh, can't wait to fill this thing with the card. All right, got one here from good old Anders Inger Jensen. Cassettes and vinyls inside, of course. Always welcome a new Jensen release. All right, cassettes, good old Retro Grooves. Volume 3, Planet X3 soundtrack, Attack the Pesky Robots, and naturally, some vinyl releases for all three as well. Always good stuff. Nice, happy chiptune music and all that. And of course, friendly for YouTubers to use, traditionally anyway. Thank you, Anders, as always. What a cool guy. All right, no name on this one. Whoa. All right, so this is from Paul. Hopes I enjoy this Sony Vaio P VGN P70H. Had a good time messing around with it, but honestly, I have no use for it. Isn't that the way it goes? Currently has Bunsen Lab Linux. If I'm planning on swapping the original parts, I warn you, it is torturous to disassemble and reassemble. It didn't work on it for like 3 months because of those cables. Duly noted, but wow. Just look at the way that this thing probably looks. Whoa. Well, isn't that just lovely? It's a very different style of Vaio than anything I have. Wow, look at that. Japanese. I am assuming Japanese exclusive. What a neat little thingy. I'm going to have to learn about this. Figure out what's going on. We have battery? Do we have power? Nah, doesn't seem like it. Well, oh man. Yeah, drives and things. I see what you mean. That ribbon doesn't look great to work with. All kinds of stuff though. Always nice to have this kind of thing complete in box. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into this at some point. See what it's all about. Either way, what a beautiful piece of hardware. Ultra portable sub notebook released in 2009. Sort of a netbook, but kind of not. There were some in the US, but not this one exactly, I guess. Yeah, it's an Intel Atom based thing. So you would probably put Windows XP on here if you were going to go with Windows. On the other hand, yeah, Linux makes a lot of sense. Thank you for sending this project over. Got one here from Tim. Okay, we got a DVD player box, but I doubt that's what this is. Oh, here we go. Clint, have fun. Tim, thank you. Well, this is one that I have never actually come across before, for sale or whatever. I've seen it online many, many, many times. But yeah, it's just never been in my possession. Till now, Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge CD-ROM. This is a weird one, as were like all of these. There were so many bands that made CD-ROM software packages back in the mid to late 90s. Came with some instructions. That's all you get in here. It's just the software game sort of thing on CD-ROM. 1995. Nice little fart there. Oh man, look at all these blurbs on the back. 16 sumptuous, fully navigable 3D environments. Cursor-sensitive Voodoo Raver. There's never been an interactive rock and roll CD-ROM of this caliber, except for the other ones. Yeah, it's right up there with like Peter Gabriel's Explora 1 and 2, Prince Interactive, The Residence Freak Show, Aerosmith Resolution X, Residence, Bad Day in the Midway. Yeah, there's just a bunch of these. Thank you for this bit of weirdness. All right, got one here from Tyler. Long-time subscriber sending silly IBM stuff. Place it currently works at was an all IBM house. Mainframes, PCs, printers, etc. at one point. And this is a couple of the weird things I've found. Just cleaning out some areas. Dude, okay. Oh, hope to see me at VCF. Yeah, that was a great show indeed. And thank you for sending these over. So we have some IBM packing tape. That's pretty rad. Got some kind of, what is this? It's like a holder type of thing. And printer ribbon with discs. Oh, IBM PC-DOS 5.0. Oh, there's one ribbon in there. Not sure exactly what that's for. Oh no, there's a bunch of them in there. Look at that. Huh. Well, thank you very much. I'm most intrigued by the tape. I have a number of boxes that I will wrap up using this. Got one here from Vince. Enjoy your Mockingboard. Most software expects it in slot number 4. Good to know. I've always wanted to try one of these. It was a Reactive Micro Mockingboard version 2.1, a clone sound card for Apple IIs. A slightly older version. I mean, it's not the most current one, but I remember mentioning that there were a few oddities about it in terms of functionality. Oh man. Some really nifty software here. So, Duke Nukem for the Apple II only has Mockingboard sound on level 2. Yeah, so look at this. Got some alpha versions of Peasant's Quest. Monkey Island low res, yeah. Some chiptune stuff. More chiptune, Duke Nukem low res Apple demo for the Apple II. And then, of course, yeah, Lemmings, an Apple II. These are all homebrew, as far as I know. But the fact that it's stuff that also lets you use the Mockingboard for more things is just great. And I've just never used one of these at all. So thanks so much for sending this over. Got one here from Byron. Oh no, there is actual packing. Okay, that's pretty funny. So it's a printout of packing peanuts. And also some actual packing peanuts. What an up and down roller coaster, playing with my emotions. So this right here is a Gravis Destroyer. One of the few Gravis gamepads that I have never used. 6 quick action buttons. Yeah, this is kind of an updated Gravis gamepad, you know. Less of the classic Super Nintendo or PlayStation style designs. It's just a gamepad, but you know, cool to have in box. Yeah, look at that. It's so round, so smooth. I don't know if it's any good or bad. I've never really heard much about these. All right, well, it seems here we have a Pentium 4, 3.2 gigahertz, and a Fragile. What's in here? 9-inch nails? Nope. Another kind of Fragile. AMD Athlon 64X2. What a classic. You don't have too many Athlon 64s. I mean, I did back in the day. I had a couple, but it's been a long time. Well, anyway, thank you for all the goodies. I enjoy this. Got one here from Paul. Okay, here is the fingerprint scanner we discussed. Awesome. Hopefully I'll be able to find the software to get it working. Thanks for everything you do, man. Thank you, man. Gotta say, I don't believe I have any standalone fingerprint scanners that I can remember, especially not one of this age. Appears to be another thrifting find, $4.04. American Biometric Company. Look at that. Biometric Company BioMouse. Well, here's hoping we can find some software, because yeah, I'd love to try this out. What a find. Thank you for sending this bit of weirdness over. Got one here from I don't know who. Oh, it's another one from Matt Harushka. Here's a strange Japanese IBM organizer we chatted about. Would love to know what it's all about. And we got some software, so that's good. But yeah, look at this thing. Whatever the heck it is, neat little small IBM thing is always welcome in my book. Looks like a pager. Whoa. So that is just a straight up PCMCIA PC expansion card, goes in a laptop or whatever. But it's got buttons, or at least little, are those actually, can you press those? They don't feel like they go down, but they have to. Anyway, wow. This is like a little personal organizer maybe, just on a card. I hope we can get this working, man. We also have a book. That's quite a cover. What the heck? Look at this thing. I am massively intrigued. Oh, this is just like a yellow protective soft cover book sleeve thing. I mean, it's totally like a part of it though. It's like attached and there's like robot hands are covering herself. Anyway, oh hey, there's a disc in here. What in the heck? Ooh, yeah, this totally looks like a little personal organizer. Just built into a PCM CIA card with its own little screen and buttons and whatnot. This is neat. Yeah, thank you. Okay, you got one here from Cameron in Canada. Well then, I go from that book cover to this box cover. Lust, the ultimate interactive dating game. What happens when you take a 4-time Emmy-winning director, 2 of Hollywood's most famous comedy writers, top fashion photographers, special effects and editing computers that were used in Forrest Gump, True Lies, and The Terminator, and Hollywood's hottest centerfolds and actresses? You get this year's sexiest interactive game. I have my doubts. I gotta look up, oh, what? 2 CDs? Hybrid PCN Mac? This is one I've never heard of. Dude, it's even got the original, oh. Okay, so it's got the original receipt. I cannot show what else they bought, but they bought some stuff at this store. Anyway, apparently this game costs like $35, assuming it's a game. I don't know. It says it's a game, man. A lot of these are just like daggum slideshows. I mean, QuickTime, Macromedia. Well, thank you for sending this in. Speaking of Camerons, this is from another Cameron, not that one. My mother and I have been really enjoying your videos. Shout out to Mom. We would love to see more thrifts. Me too. I just released one recently, so I hope you enjoyed that one. Anyway, thank you for the... What did you send? A bit of a weird one. So this is a scanner mouse. Halo2cloud.com scanner mouse. Didn't Cathode Ray Dude cover something like this? Yeah. Well, ooh, that is kind of gross. The rubber has really gotten sticky, but common for these type of things. Well, if I can get this working, this will be an interesting thing to try in a future weird mouse video. Thank you so much. Got one here from Joey. Titan Pinball, home of competition silicone rings. His note here is just a copy of the email he sent, but he says, hey, would you like Joe Siegler's Dopefish mug? I said yes. In case you're not aware, Joe Siegler is a 3D Realms Apogee software legend. Apparently, he says in the email here, as he was cleaning out his 3D Realms office after they folded, he auctioned off some random merch he still had. He gave us old forum guys first dibs. I remember that too. I was actually wanting to bid on some of that stuff, but I didn't have any money back then. Even has Joe's old 3D Realms business card. Shout out to Joe. I know he keeps up with some LGR stuff on occasion. Rest in peace, OG 3D Realms, but look at that. Eat your veggies. That is wonderful. It's so strange how things come around after, like, I spent so many hours, just days and weeks, perusing that forum that Joe moderated and keeping up with Max Payne and Prey and Duke Nukem Forever news and whatever else. And to get one of his mugs, this is so surreal. Thank you, Joey, for sending over Joe's mug. Got one here from Jacob. Well, I don't see a note, but there is some interesting stuff here. This is a mouse, I assume. Looks like a PS2 mouse. Just shaped like an ugly baseball. I mean, like the colors are ugly. It's like peach and that smells like a Stretch Armstrong. Oh, this is weird. Sports Mouse by Champ. It does have 2 buttons. They're just lazily covered. This is so dumb. I love it. We also have some USB ISA. Is this for like the... So that should hold on to that little USB ISA adapter that I have in my IBM AT. I've actually got a couple of them now, but yeah, I did a video on that. I want to say it's on Blurbs, but it didn't have any kind of bracket. This looks substantial. That should be great. Nice 3D printed things with some screws. And then there's this. What are you? The MicroPad. I like the way it looks. Windows 95. Sales analysis, productivity. All right. Yeah, it's just a numpad add-on. That's cool. Just curious about the mechanism. Not the worst. It is a rubbery membrane thing, but it's got some decent bounce back. It doesn't feel bad. It reminds me of a Dell Quiet Key. Thank you very much for these. All are awesome, except for this, which sucks, but I approve of the suckage. And I got this one here from the UK, from Nostalgia Nerd. Oh yeah, a man's got a new book. And I got a press sample from Hatchet UK Distribution. But yeah, he got in touch and it was like, hey dude, you want my new book? Here it is. Gadgets, Gizmos, and Gimmicks. It's more of a broad kind of, well, you know, less consoles and computers from what I gather. And more general gadgetry. Lots and lots of things. Yeah, I enjoyed perusing the last one while taking a multitude of dumps. And this one, I'm sure, will fill the same purpose. Yeah, nicely presented, nice photos, just a pleasant little read. Very much like the last one. The Retro Tech book was good too. But anyway, yeah, shout out to Nostalgia Nerd for both the books and the videos. Check out his channel. Got one here from Judah. Well, this is new. I've never seen these like bubbles in a paper form. They're always plastic. That's pretty cool. All right, we got our note here. So, hey Clint, I was stoked to find this in the closet at home and finally have an oddity contribute to your channel. Could very well make the cut for an Oddware video someday. As a makeshift postcard on a decade-old tune. What? Oh, makeshift postcard from an old toner box. Oh yeah, would you look at this? So we have a Fossil Abacus MSN Direct smartwatch of a sort. Definitely have a thing for these type of devices, any kind of wrist computing smartwatches, the older ones, you know. Yeah, just the fact that this one's an MSN watch. Look at that. That's a pretty smart looking watch. WristNet. That's a little better feeling in terms of quality than I thought it might be. I don't know anything about this. I just know that he was like, hey, you want it? And I said yes. So I look forward to researching and figuring out more. Thank you very much. Got one here from Brian. Greetings from Colorado. Lovely state. So I hear. Get ready to enjoy the wonders of 16-bit digital sampling with the Windows Sound. Oh yes, Windows Sound System. It appears complete in box. Most components are still sealed. So this is a thing that I have, well, I've got a loose one of these cards, but I've held off on really doing much of anything with it until I had a good reason to put it in something, or until I found one in box. And here it is in box, which this makes it much more likely for me to do a video about. So yeah, this card is a fascinating thing, and Windows Sound System support, WSS, just overall compatibility with Windows 3.1 for a while, a good few years. What else we got in here? Oh, Cyclones. That's an almost classic. That's one of those. I almost reviewed that really early on in LGR, but I think I reviewed Hurl instead. Anyway, that takes me back. What do we got? A little thingy here, a little Allsop 3.5-inch disc holder with... These are fun. But yeah, the Windows Sound System. I just want to see the original card. Because I think this is, yeah, it's mostly in there. Wow, that is straight up sealed. This is going to be really cool to go into then. Yeah, we'll leave that, I guess, for an eventual video. And it also appears to have been a thrifting find, $10. Thanks so much. right, this one is from Return Address, or Sam. Return Address is in the name area. All right, got a note here from Sam. Hope you're able to make great use of this calculator. I only knew what it was thanks to your great video on the calculator wars. It's really gross when found, but plugged it in and it works. Did a little bit of cleaning and looks better. Great. Probably needs more though. We'll see. Thanks so much. Oh, look at that power cord. Oh, oh my word. Look at this. Oh, those are reed switches. Wow. So this is a Sharp Micro Compet, the QT8D. This is legendary. This is introduced in, 1970? It cost like $3,000 back then, or, the equivalent of it. Notable for a number of reasons, but, being the first, I think, of its style or size, sales distribution method or whatever, to be an LSI logic thing. You gotta give me a moment. Those VFDs too. This is a really early VFD, from what I recall. That's it's just beautiful. Nice little carrying handle there. Oh man, I gotta plug this in. This power cord feels like medical grade. It's all rubber tubing feeling. Whoa. Oh. Wow. Those switches feel amazing. Thank you so much for sending this in, Sam. This is truly special. This is museum piece stuff. Got this one from William. It's a little thingy. Color switch. Yeah, this feels like Apple II stuff. Yeah, here we go. So this is the PC Transporter card. Yeah, this is an Apple II thing. To be more specific, this is for the Apple II GS. William offered to sell it to me. And yeah, this allows you to run PC software on a 2GS. We actually talked about this at Siege, the Southeast Game Exchange, over the summer. And yeah, check this out. We've got, it all connects together and adds different ports. I don't know how this actually functions. I've never used one of these. I've never had anything exactly like this. We have an NEC V30 CPU right there, among all sorts of other good stuff. Looks like probably an 8087 would go right here. A coprocessor. Yeah, 1987. This is really cool. Thank you, William, for keeping me in mind. Okay, I got one here from Mark. Curious Mark. So yeah, this may look familiar. This is my Dictaphone 1680 calculator, also known as the Sanyo ICC 0082. And it was not working. I've had this for a long time and wanted it, repaired, working again, because it's just awesome. I've got a video about it on this channel. I'm just trying it out. However, thanks to Mark and pals over there, they offered straight up to do some repairs on it. They're like, hey, we can fix it. So Ken over there not only reverse engineered the chipset a bit, but we're also able to figure out what was going on with the display, the segments not going. Yeah, definitely check out that video if you're curious about the process. But it turned out there was a bit of battery leftovers that were unwelcome, causing some iffiness with the traces. And now it should be fully working. So let's test it out real quick. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Just beautiful. There's still a little sticking with some of these keys, so it would be worth taking apart to clean it up a bit. I hadn't actually done that yet. But yeah, it's a fully working calculator finally. and it's just as beautiful as I had hoped. Oh man, I absolutely love that display right there. It's not traditional Nixie. I forget what they determined that it was, because I wasn't even 100% sure myself.
As the gas itself is glowing, suspended.
Right, so Sanyo 8tron? Yeah, anyway, it's just such a cool calculator, and I'm really, really grateful to them. And their channel is amazing too. Like, the stuff they work on is so much more special than this, but you know, they were still psyched to work on that too. So just a wonderful bunch of folks over there. Check out the Curious Mark channel. And yeah, thanks again to them for getting this beautiful piece of tech history working again. All right, got one here from Jeffrey. Ooh. Got a GeForce MX 4000 PCI graphics card, 128 megs by 3D Fusion. UPC is gone, so I guess somebody just bought it for the rebate and never actually used it, but that's fine. Yeah, don't have one of these boxed. That's awesome. It's a shame it's in such a boring box. I always preferred when video card companies did insanity. This is getting there. The Mad Dog Prowler 4.1 DSP 4-channel PCI sound card. But yeah, here's just a sound card. I don't actually know what it is. Sensara Positional Audio. Huh. Definitely no EAX and A3D, but oh well, this seems to support those too. Well, this is interesting. And also this Sensara, whatever the heck. Yet another company acquired by Creative Labs and just eaten alive. I guess they were around in 91 though, and did other stuff, building on the Direct Sound 3D API. Yeah, I don't I don't think I've ever used anything with Sensara stuff. So yeah, fascinating, from 2002. Thanks for sending these in. All right, well, this one's coming apart from Logan. Was a hard drive, Bullet Drive Express. Well, that would have been cool. It's got a little IBM laptop drive in there. Well, yeah, that took the brunt of the damage. It wasn't protected in the box. Another one of these. I think this is my 5th. Oh my word. So I've shown this so many times in different unboxings over the years. They keep getting packed in with other things that are sent. Anyway, another Interact Intelligent Trackball. It's going to another home. Well, this is a box of stuff. I don't recognize any of it so far. Typically, I only give an okay to boxes of, you know, stuff I know what's going to be sent because I only have so much space. Let's see here. All right, so this contains the Intermec tablet that we talked about in April. Okay, well, we'll see if that survived. Hopefully it did. Normally the Goodwills in my area do not take computers or tablets, but I guess I was lucky to find this. You would be lucky. Most do not. Asks if I clone the hard drive and archive it online. I hope that wasn't the hard drive, because that thing went to hell and back during shipment. We'll see. A little tiny keychain digital camera. Some cords. This appears to be, yeah, this has got to be what that hard drive thing is. Road Warrior International PCM CIA to IDE adapter. At least that's intact. We'll see if I can still get the interface running at least, and even if the hard drive died, which I have a feeling it did considering how banged up it was, but we might still be able to salvage the interface. What is this? KidPix 3D. I have never heard of this. I'm very familiar with, oh wow, earlier KidPix, of course. KidPix Studio, that was a staple growing up. But published to YouTube. Wow, I did not even know they were still doing KidPix stuff at this point. This is 2010. MPC Wizard? Test and tune your multimedia PC. Well, that seems fascinating. I guess it's just a bunch of tests to see if you're in PC compatible or how well it's working. Well, this is beefy. What is this? Macintosh Educational Software Guide. 1991. It's just like, here's the crap that's available for Mac. Oh, that's kind of great. Good grief, some of these are expensive. I'm seeing like $250, $100, $200. That's pretty cool. even more Mac educational stuff. Science Resource Guide for grades 7 to 12, K through 12 Mac Writing Resource Guide, and K through 6 Mac Elementary Learning Resource Guide. Even for the pictures alone, this is incredible. Oh, wow, this brings back some memories. The very first time I used a Mac, one of the very first computers that I used that was multimedia was a Mac set up in a library. Of course, the very first computer I used was an Apple IIe in kindergarten. And a very well-loved issue of EGM. My word, November 1993. This looks about like the magazines I had as a kid. The very few gaming magazines that I ever got my hands on, I wore them out. They were always barely holding together. Here is our tablet. That's pretty awesome. Intermec Norand 6642. If Intermec sounds familiar, I've covered, it was this thing, the Proxim Rangeland 2. So I had one by Intermec and the other one was by CruiseLAN. They're just wireless access points. But anyway, I guess they made tablets as well. Pretty slim, all things considered. I see why it needed an external hard drive. I'm assuming there's no battery life. No, there's not. Well, let me just see if I can plug it in real quick. Oh, that's very janky, but if it works, it works. Got a little LED. Maybe it has a hard drive inside. Oh, hey. Let me get my filter off here. Press 1 to resume. That is phenomenal. Yeah, this is more capable than I was thinking. This is closer to one of my Fujitsu stylistic tablets. I mean, I noticed it had USB over there, but didn't quite know what to expect. All right. Definitely needs a little recalibration on the pen, but we have games installed. We sure do. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. This is awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much for sending this over. It's a shame that external hard drive didn't survive, but so it goes. At least everything else did, it seems. So all awesome stuff. Thank you very much. Another one. I don't know who it's from. Oh my. Very large hard drive. Physically. Oh, wow. No physical note, but I do have one in email here. I still didn't give their name. That's fine. They found this Micropolis 1335 85 megabyte 5¼ inch ESDI hard drive just hanging around on the side of the road in LA. Micropolis drives in general are somewhat uncommon, but this one, yeah, this one, like for the connection, the capacity, the apparently new old stockness of it. Like, it's still got the media defect table printed out in this really old desiccant pack. Wow. Well, there's I thought I heard something rattling around. I don't know what that is. It's a rubber end piece. That is nuts, man. Look at that. I've always been kind of drawn to Micropolis drives because of the SimCity connection. Original name for SimCity was going to be Micropolis. They had to change the name because, 1986. Wow. ESDI. I have a couple of ESDI machines. I don't think I have any with 5¼ inch full height drives though. Either way, this is just a lovely piece in terms of everything. So thank you very much for sending this. Seriously, what is this rubber piece though? It looks like a cap that would go on the end of something cylindrical. Okay, this is a rather large one. This is from Elmar in the Netherlands. We have wood grain, Gray Busters, fully colored multimedia keyboard. Fully colored. Wood grain is a color. You heard it here. And this Buddha keyboard. This is something else. Found themselves on eBay finding items I didn't know I was looking for. Okay, so it goes. And found these two full color printed keyboards. Look so tacky and cool at the same time. More tacky, but hey, you apparently made a bunch of different prints like desert, camouflage, aquarium, Tweety, SpongeBob, golf, pineapple, wood, and Buddha. And yeah, YouTube channel, retro game couch. Also sent, oh hey. Well, thank you. Little drink coaster. Honestly, like the wood ones, I've seen wood keyboards before. I've never seen a Buddha board. Oh, well. Oh, this is terrible. Like everything about it, this whole thing feels like it's like made of the same plastic as a cup of yogurt, a disposable yogurt package. It feels almost like paper. It's so thin. No wonder it's coming the heck apart. It is a PS2 keyboard. It says French. It is an AZERTY layout, so man. Oh, that's really bad. And then the wooden one's gonna be the same thing, just cheap garbage with a wood texture applied to the top. I mean, yeah, if I saw these on eBay, I would totally buy them too. This is completely ridiculous, and I'll at least show the wood one sometime in a video. Oh yeah, that's just the worst kind of sliding plastic over membrane you can imagine. Now, can this spacebar go back properly? So it does go back in, but oh, this is just the cheapest thing I've ever felt. I can't get over how bad it feels. I'm really genuinely impressed. Thank you for sending over this e-waste. I'm interested in at least trying it once. Nothing but large ones left. This one is from Matt. Well, isn't that lovely? We've got, folks, a Macintosh Plus, something that I've expressed interest in hoping to find several times as I've gotten like documentation and other things that go with this, but I've never actually had the computer. Now I do, and it's lovely. A little bit yellowed, but so it goes. It's got the keyboard and the mouse. Ooh. Don't know which version of it is. I know some of these had Alps switches, others had other switches. There's a disc in there. And from what I recall, this is working for the most part. Maybe not fully tested, but working. Let's see if there's a battery in here. Doesn't look like. Which is cool. So yeah, anyway, just awesome. I don't know, something about the Macintosh Plus. It's always appealed to me, you know, being that in between of like the earlier ones, the 128 and the 512 and whatnot, but it doesn't change as much as as much of the case, the aesthetic, as something like the SE and the SE30 does with the different design language. This came from Matt, who's a patron of mine. He noticed that I was interested in the Mac Plus, picked one up about a year or so back, and I was interested. Bought it from someone who fixed the analog board and caps on the main motherboard previously. So that's awesome. The battery was removed. Only other thing worth mentioning is one of the keyboard connector tabs is broken. Never got around to replacing that. Oh, maybe it means, yeah, just a little tab right there. Those come off all the time. But at least it's got the cable. So, this is wonderful. I kind of want to plug it in real quick. What a lovely sound. All right, we have a picture. Yeah, just, okay. Yeah, just have to jiggle around the disc there. They're not always happy when it's left in during shipment, I've noticed. Dude. What version do we have here? 618 for the Finder and 608 for the system. Megabyte of RAM. Yeah, there was another message from Matt where he said he just wrote a disk, I think on a Mac 6100 or something. I think I do have the originals somewhere, the discs. I've got, like I said, a number of Mac Plus things just lying around or that have been sent in or things that I found over the years. So I've always wanted the system to go with it. And there we go. So anyways, just the system tools. We're not going to have like Mac Paint or Mac Write or anything. There's not much on this main disk at all. But, yeah, see if it ejects. It does. Wonderful. Okay, let's test this keyboard. Oh, man. I love it so much. I still don't know what switches those are. No. Those are Alps, if I'm not mistaken. So, don't know exactly what they're called, but man, those funky arrow keys. It got the up arrow here, left, right, and down. This is just brilliant. Strong picture and everything too. I have another, really probably 3 systems that could use an analog board recap, but nice that this one's already done. Oh, this is nice. Thanks so much. And this one comes from Finland, from Cubor. And that is a company, not a person. I have been interested to see this thing in person. This is the Kanto, I can't tell, M-ATX case version 1.1 with real wood panels. One of those things they sent to me, no strings attached, no payments or anything with money. Yeah, I never take those kind of deals. But if, you know, a company has an interesting thing that seems LGR-like, I'm always interested in taking a look if there's no strings attached. Oh, it smells like wood. Wow. So I've got to say, first impressions are pretty phenomenal. Nice finish. And it's a Finnish computer too, made in Finland. But, oh, I love this. This is wild. Okay, so anyway, I could build something really cool in here. Well, you know, maybe literally too, because it's supposed to be a very cool case. It seems like it should be. I mean, all these little holes and openings and stuff everywhere. My question to you is, what do I build? Something M-ATX, of course, but yeah, ideas are welcome. Such a unique case design. The real wood panels, the opening. Well, appreciate Cubor sending over this review, press, whatever example thing. I will do something with it. Just don't know what yet. Again, ideas in the comments would be welcome. Nice. And the last one. I trust this is not a microwave. It's in a microwave box. It's from Germany, and it's from, I don't know. It says Game Shop, but that's very generic sounding. Ooh, it's not another flexi disc, is it? Computer Composites? IBM? It might be another flexi. That would be weird. I don't know. Well, let's see what this is. It's definitely a record. Whoa. Don't know what that is, but it looks neat. Computer records always welcome. Ugh. Whoa, it's substantial. Well, perhaps I missed it, but I don't see any notes. That being said, though, would you look at this gargantuan package? We got a Sound Blaster PCI 128, 5-speed DVD-ROM drive, 4-channel amplified speaker system with powered subwoofer. Fantastic classic Cambridge Soundworks setup. That right there is kind of what attracted me to this the most, other than the fact that it's a whole kit in a box. Look at that full version of Unreal. Obviously, it is a European package. Just look at this though. I love the turn of the millennium kind of silliness right there. The complete multimedia upgrade for the next century. Yeah, man, that looks new. More or less. It's at least got all the packaging. Sound Blaster 128 in there. Yeah, I'd like to do another Creative Labs bundle video. And this would be a very nice candidate indeed. Whether it's on its own or like as part of an overall upgrade. I don't know. Special, perhaps. Let me see if I can find an email note. All right, well, I found the email. This comes from Angelo, so thank you very much. It says it's from the Netherlands. The package said Germany, whatever. This is a European thing. So, if you had this in Europe, let me know. I would love to know what you did with it, what kind of computer you put it in, how much it cost. I'm sure this wasn't cheap. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much. And that is all for this donations unboxing video. Holy crap. An insane amount of greatness right here that is going to make some awesome videos, blurbs, and just various projects in LGR land. Thank you once again to everyone who sent things in, offered to send things in. And I don't ask for this stuff. Y'all don't have to offer it, but you do. And it's incredible. I hate that I have to turn away so many folks, but storage is always a thing. Yeah, it's an ongoing process, but I love every part of it and really do appreciate all of y'all for helping things keep on keeping on. So, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.